This one is the Warmonger, and this is a Warmonger Spotlight segment. Let's listen to George W. Bush talk about what's happening over in Palestine via apartheid Israel, genocidal Israel.
It's going to be chaotic, and it's going to be, look, it's a democracy, and in a democracy, the people's voices matter, and there's going to be a weariness. You watch, the world's going to be, okay, let's negotiate. Israel's got to negotiate. They're not going to negotiate. These people have played their cards. They want to kill as many Israelis as they can, and negotiating with killers is not an option for the elected government of Israel. And so we're just going to have to remain steadfast.
Let's rewind that and analyze what he's saying.
It's going to be chaotic, and it's going to be, look, it's a democracy, and in a democracy, the people's voices matter, and there's going to be a weariness. You watch, the world's going to be, okay, let's negotiate.
It's almost like he's, no, I'm not going to say it that way. What he's saying is, we're already seeing it now. We're already seeing people, because of all of the images that are coming out of Palestine, out of Gaza, we're already seeing government say, okay, now it's time to fix this. And what he's describing is there's going to be a wariness where people are going to start to say, hey, this is too much. And he's almost saying out loud, well, this is the democracy. It matters what people can't say, right? Then he goes on to proceed to say how what you have to say doesn't matter. You can't negotiate with Hamas. You can't, you get what I'm saying? The person the intruder who's in the house, why would the intruder want to negotiate with the homeowner? The homeowner is just going to say the negotiation is you get the hell out of my house. So it's almost like, not almost, they can't negotiate with Hamas. They have to make this idea that it can't be any sort of negotiation, because the negotiation, why wouldn't it start with you? This one isn't Israel, this is Palestine, and you get the fuck out of my house. But what he's saying is, yeah, this is a democracy, but we're not going to be doing that. You can't negotiate with these terrorists.
Israel's got to negotiate. They're not going to negotiate. These people have played their cards. They want to kill as many Israelis as they can. And
these people have played their cards. I'm not going to say that. I won't say that.
Negotiating with killers is not an option for the elected government of Israel. And so we're just going to have to remain steadfast. But it's not going to take long for
negotiating with killers is not an option.
It's gone on too long. Surely there's a way to settle this through negotiations. Both sides are guilty. My view is one side is guilty, and it's not Israel. It's going to be chaotic.
Our view, or his view, is that there's only one person that's wrong. There is no both sides in this. There's one person that's wrong, and it's not Israel. This is the perspective of an American president who represents what America believes. Why would a country who did this exact same colonial project back in the 1500s, 1600s, why would they have any different opinion now? Any acknowledgement, any sort of pushback about what Israel's doing is a self-reflection, is a critique on itself, is a critique on the United States. So it's almost like no U.S. elected person they're never going to take that position. They're always going to have this position of George Bush here. I do have some reaction here. Of course, the Caitlin Johnstone, with her analysis, literally the very last person on earth anyone should be asking what a government should do after such an attack. Absolutely dead last, 8 billionth out of the 8 billionth person. The fact that his opinion is being sought at all shows Western civilization is deeply diseased. I like this one. I think this is Caitlin too. Look at that meme. Look at that meme. That's all the shoes, I guess, thrown at him. It says, what should have happened? That's a bunch of shoes thrown at him. That's pretty funny.